Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to Dream Room, the cozy place where small homes, quiet corners, natural textures, and simple garden ideas come together to make everyday life feel softer, calmer, and more beautiful. Let me ask you something. Have you ever sat on your patio with a cup of coffee and suddenly felt like your whole backyard was on display? Maybe your bedroom window faces a neighbor's deck. Maybe your home office looks straight at a plain fence, a driveway, or a busy street. Or maybe you have a small garden, a narrow side yard, a balcony corner, or a little outdoor space that could feel peaceful if only it had more privacy. And when people want privacy fast, bamboo is often the first plant they think about. It looks graceful, grows quickly, and seems like the perfect natural screen. But after many years working with home gardens and outdoor spaces, I can tell you this: fast is not always peaceful. Some bamboo can spread far beyond where you wanted it, creep toward a neighbor's yard, cause arguments, and in some places even break local rules. So today we are not just looking for plants that grow quickly. We are looking for living fences that feel beautiful, practical, controlled, and suitable for real homes. Whether you are decorating a small patio, softening a bedroom view, creating a calmer work-from-home corner, or turning a simple backyard into a private garden room. In this video, I will share 8 fast-growing fence plants that can give you privacy without the bamboo drama. And before we begin, if you love simple, elegant ideas for small homes, cozy rooms, natural materials, and peaceful gardens, make sure to subscribe to Dream Room so we can keep creating beautiful spaces together. 1. Thuja Green Giant, the easy evergreen wall for busy homeowners. Let's begin with one of the most dependable choices for a fast, peaceful living fence, Thuja Green Giant. If you are the kind of person who wants privacy but does not want another complicated weekend project, this plant may feel like a relief. Maybe you already have enough to manage inside the house: the bedroom that needs softening, the home office that needs a calmer view, the small patio that never quite feels private, or the garden corner that looks unfinished no matter how many pots you move around. Thuja Green Giant works because it gives structure without demanding perfection. It grows into a tall, rich green wall, but it does not look harsh like a wooden fence or cold like a metal screen. It feels natural, soft, and steady like a green curtain around your outdoor room. For many homeowners, especially those who want something simple and long-lasting, this is the kind of plant that quietly does its job. It stays evergreen, so even in winter, your yard does not feel completely exposed. Behind a bench, beside a patio chair, or along the back fence line, it can turn an open backyard into a more private retreat. But here is the expert detail that matters: do not crowd it. Many people become impatient and plant privacy trees too close together, hoping for instant coverage. At first it looks satisfying, but later the plants compete for light, air, and root space. The lower branches may thin out, and the beautiful green wall can become weak from the inside. Give each tree room to breathe. Think of it the same way you arrange furniture in a small room. If everything is pushed too tightly together, the room feels cramped. But with the right spacing, the whole space feels balanced. That is why Thuja Green Giant is such a strong first choice. It is fast, elegant, practical, and forgiving, the kind of living fence that helps your garden feel finished without making your life harder. 2. American Pillar Arborvitae, the narrow privacy fence for small spaces now. If your outdoor space is not large, this next plant may be even more useful than a traditional privacy tree. American Pillar Arborvitae is made for the kind of home where every foot matters. Maybe you have a narrow side yard between your house and the neighbor's wall. Maybe your patio is small, your walkway is tight, or your bedroom window looks directly across to another window. In spaces like these, a wide evergreen can feel too heavy. It may give privacy, but it can also steal light, crowd the path, and make the garden feel smaller than it already is. That is where American Pillar becomes so valuable. It grows tall and upright, but it stays much narrower than many other privacy plants. Instead of spreading out like a large tree, it rises like a clean green column. For small space design, this is a huge advantage. I like to think of it the same way I think about storage inside a small room. When you do not have much floor space, you go vertical. You use tall shelves, slim cabinets, or narrow bookcases. American Pillar does the same thing outdoors. It gives heightened privacy without taking over the whole garden. This makes it a beautiful choice beside driveways, along fences, near small patios, or around a quiet work-from-home corner where you want a more peaceful view. A row of these plants can soften a hard boundary and make a simple space feel more designed. The important thing is to use it with intention. Do not plant it randomly just because it grows fast. Place it where you need vertical privacy most, near a window, beside a sitting area, or along an exposed edge. For anyone decorating a small outdoor space, American Pillar Arborvitae is a smart, elegant way to create privacy without losing the feeling of openness. 3. Cherry laurel, the glossy green screen for shade and elegant views. Next, let's talk about cherry laurel, a plant that feels less like a basic hedge and more like a design choice. If Thuja Green Giant gives you strength, and American Pillar gives you narrow structure, cherry laurel gives you polish. It has large, glossy green leaves that catch the light beautifully, so the space does not feel dull or flat. This is especially helpful for people who look out from a bedroom, kitchen, reading chair, or home office and wish the view felt softer, greener, and more peaceful. Many small homes have difficult garden areas. Maybe the side yard is shaded by the house. Maybe an old tree covers the back corner. Maybe the fence line near the patio never gets enough sun for cheerful flowers. In those places, many fast-growing privacy plants struggle. But cherry laurel is valuable because it can handle more shade than many other options. That makes it a wonderful choice for darker spaces where you still want a living screen. Instead of staring at a plain fence, a garage wall, or the side of a neighbor's house, you can create a dense green background that feels calm and elegant. Cherry laurel also works well for people who enjoy a classic, slightly formal garden look. It can be shaped into a neat hedge, but it does not have to feel stiff. With the right trimming, it becomes a rich green wall that makes the whole yard feel more cared for. The key is to give it enough room and shape it before it becomes too large. In a small garden, control is part of beauty. When cherry laurel is used thoughtfully, it can turn a shaded, forgotten corner into one of the most graceful views around your home. 4. Murray cypress, the fast, tall screen for larger yards. Now let's move to a plant that works best when you have a little more room to breathe. Murray cypress. This is the kind of privacy tree I would choose for a larger backyard, a long property line, or an open space where you feel too exposed. Maybe your yard faces a road. Maybe a neighbor has a second-story window looking down into your garden. Or maybe your backyard is wide and empty, and even though you have space, it does not feel cozy yet. Murray cypress can help solve that problem by creating a tall green screen with a strong evergreen presence. It gives the yard a sense of enclosure, the same way tall curtains can make a room feel more finished inside the home. But this is not the plant I would squeeze into a tiny courtyard or a narrow walkway. It needs space to grow properly. When it has enough room, it can become a beautiful living wall that feels natural instead of forced. What makes Murray cypress especially useful is its ability to create height quickly. For people who do not want to wait many years for privacy, that matters. But speed should always be balanced with planning. A fast tree planted in the wrong place can become a future problem, while a fast tree planted in the right place can completely transform a yard. For the best look, do not leave it as a lonely row of trees. Soften the front with mulch, stepping stones, simple garden benches, or lower shrubs. That layering makes the space feel designed, not just blocked off. Used correctly, Murray cypress can turn an exposed backyard into a quiet outdoor room, a place where the garden finally feels protected, grounded, and complete. 6. Wax myrtle, the relaxed natural fence for warm regions now. If you do not want your living fence to feel too formal, wax myrtle may be the plant that gives your garden the softer mood you are looking for. Not every home needs a perfectly clipped hedge. Some spaces feel better when the garden looks relaxed, natural, and easy to live with. Maybe you have a warm climate yard, a coastal home, a casual patio, or a small garden corner where you want privacy without creating a stiff green wall. Wax myrtle has that breezy, effortless feeling. It grows quickly, fills in well, and creates a soft screen that feels more like a natural garden edge than a formal boundary. This makes it especially useful around porches, outdoor chairs, gravel paths, side gardens, and backyard corners where you want the space to feel protected but still open and comfortable. For people who love simple natural materials, wooden furniture, terracotta pots, stone paths, mulch woven baskets, and easy outdoor decor, wax myrtle fits beautifully. It does not fight the style of the home. It blends in and helps the whole space feel calmer. Another reason I like wax myrtle is that it can be shaped lightly or allowed to grow more freely. You can keep it neat, or you can let it have a looser, more natural form. That flexibility is helpful for real homeowners who do not want their garden to become another stressful job. This plant is best for warmer regions where it can grow with confidence and create privacy without feeling heavy. Used in the right place, wax myrtle turns an ordinary outdoor edge into a gentle green backdrop, the kind of fence that feels peaceful, natural, and welcoming. 7. Podocarpus, the clean modern fence for patios and courtyards. Next, let's look at podocarpus, a plant that feels especially right for modern patios, small courtyards, poolside corners, and outdoor spaces that are used almost like another room of the home. Some privacy plants are beautiful, but they can look too wild for a clean, simple design. Podocarpus is different. It has narrow green leaves, a refined shape, and a calm architectural feeling. It does not shout for attention. It quietly creates a background that makes everything around it look more organized. This is why I often think of podocarpus as a green curtain for the outdoors. If you have a patio with simple chairs, stone flooring, wood decking, black planters, or a small dining table, this plant can frame the space without making it feel crowded. It gives privacy, but it still feels elegant and controlled. For people who work from home, podocarpus can also make a big difference. Imagine looking out from your desk and seeing a clean wall of green instead of a fence, a driveway, or a neighbor's window. That kind of view can make the room feel calmer, even before you step outside. It is also a strong choice for people who enjoy interior design because it connects the inside of the home with the outside. The same calm, simple style you create in a bedroom, bathroom, or home office can continue into the garden. Podocarpus is best for mild or warm climates, and it needs good care while it is getting established. But once it settles in and is shaped properly, it can become one of the most polished privacy screens you can grow. If your dream is a quiet patio that feels like a private outdoor living room, podocarpus is a beautiful plant to consider. 5. Nellie R. Stevens Holly. The beautiful security fence. The next plant is for anyone who wants privacy, but also wants the garden to feel a little more protected. Nellie R. Stevens Holly is not just a green screen. It is a beautiful security fence that still looks elegant and intentional. This plant has deep green glossy leaves and a strong structured shape. When it is planted along a property line, driveway, sidewalk, or backyard edge, it creates a boundary that feels solid without looking harsh. Instead of using a cold metal barrier or a plain wooden fence, you get a living wall that feels natural, polished, and permanent. For many homeowners, especially those who live near a busy street or an open corner, this kind of plant brings peace of mind. Maybe you have pets that like to wander near the edge of the yard. Maybe grandchildren visit and play outside. Maybe your patio sits too close to a sidewalk, and you want a stronger feeling of separation without making the space feel unfriendly. Nellie R. Stevens Holly gives that balance. It creates privacy, but it also gives the landscape a high-end look. Its leaves are tough and dense, so once the plants fill in, they form a strong visual screen that stays attractive through the seasons. This is also a wonderful choice for people who like a more traditional garden style. It pairs beautifully with brick paths, stone borders, simple benches, white planters, and classic outdoor furniture. The important thing is to place it where its strength makes sense. Use it where you want a clear boundary, a protected corner, or a year-round green backdrop. With Nellie R. Stevens Holly, privacy does not have to feel defensive. It can feel calm, beautiful, and quietly secure. 8. Silver Sheen Pittosporum. The airy privacy screen that makes small gardens feel bigger. Finally, let's come to a plant that is perfect for people who want privacy but do not want their garden to feel dark, crowded, or closed in. Silver Sheen Pittosporum has a very different feeling from a heavy evergreen wall. It is light, airy, graceful, and full of movement. This plant has small, silvery green leaves on dark stems, and when the breeze passes through it, the whole screen seems to shimmer softly. That gentle movement can make a small patio, courtyard, or garden corner feel alive without feeling busy. For anyone decorating a compact outdoor space, this is important. A small garden can quickly feel smaller if every plant is too dense, too wide, or too dark. Sometimes what you need is not a solid wall, but a soft filter, something that gives privacy while still letting light, air, and a sense of openness move through the space. Silver Sheen Pittosporum works beautifully behind outdoor dining areas, beside a reading chair, near a home office window, or around a small seating corner where you want calm without heaviness. It gives you that gentle feeling of being protected, while still keeping the garden bright and elegant. It also pairs well with simple decor. Pale stone, wooden furniture, woven chairs, ceramic pots, soft gravel, and natural textures. Instead of making the yard feel like a barrier, it makes the whole space feel more designed. This plant is best for warmer areas and protected spots where it can grow into a soft, refined screen. Used thoughtfully, Silver Sheen Pittosporum can turn a small exposed garden into a peaceful, bright, private retreat, the kind of place where you actually want to sit, breathe, and stay a little longer. Conclusion. Privacy, calm, small spaces, natural beauty. So when you look at all 8 of these living fences together, the real lesson is simple. Privacy should not make your home feel closed in. It should make your home feel calmer, softer, and more beautiful. Bamboo may seem like the fastest answer, but speed alone is not enough. A good privacy plant must fit your real life. It must fit your yard size, your climate, your local rules, your maintenance level, and the way you actually use your home. If you have a small side yard, American Pillar Arborvitae may give you height without stealing precious space. If your view from the bedroom or home office feels too exposed, Cherry laurel or podocarpus can turn that window into something peaceful. If your patio feels open and uncomfortable, thuja green giant, wax myrtle, or silver sheen pittosporum can help create the feeling of an outdoor room. And if you have a larger yard that needs strong screening, Murray cypress or Nellie or Stevens holly can give your landscape structure, protection, and year-round beauty. The goal is not just to hide from neighbors. The goal is to create a place where you can sit with your morning coffee, read in the afternoon light, work beside a calmer window, decorate with natural textures, and feel that your home belongs to you again. Before you plant anything, always check your local rules, HOA guidelines, and regional plant recommendations. A beautiful garden should bring peace, not problems. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which privacy problem are you trying to solve right now? Nosy neighbors, road noise, an ugly fence, a small exposed patio, or a window that needs a softer view? Share it in the comments below.